Hello, everybody. Hold on a second. Don't know about you guys. Well, I do know about you guys, because I can see your thing. I think my emulator's crashed. I can hear it, but it's... the screen's frozen. Power off? Play the game? Error loading state? Here we go. Hey Miki, how are you doing? You having a good evening over there? Oh. Twink, twink, twink. So yeah, starting off as I do with Rocket Knight Adventures. Woke up not too long ago. Whoop. You get yourself a nice nap then. I assume it was a nap because you were talking to me earlier. But maybe you just decided that... maybe you've only just been to bed for your proper sleep. 7 PM is a perfectly natural time to be getting up. Me, I'm doing pretty good. Still waiting for this cold to get out of my system, but I'm feeling a lot better than I had been. So I can't grumble. It's just a long nap. In a way, isn't every sleep just a long nap? That's the way you gotta look at it. I'm not going to sleep, I'm just gonna nap for about 8 hours. I'm not very good at napping, to be fair. Problem is, when it takes you like an hour to fall asleep, a 10-minute nap suddenly starts not feeling worth it. I'm not gonna spend an hour lying in bed to sleep for 10 minutes. If I'm gonna spend an hour falling asleep, you better believe I'm staying in that bed for like a full day. I sleep once a week every weekend. What you call Saturday, I call bedtime. That'd actually be pretty sweet. If I could just, like, sleep for 1 day a week. Be fine the rest of the week. I enjoyed what I was doing a whole lot less, you know? Sleep's always making me stop doing stuff. It's infuriating. If I could get a tablet that cured me of needing sleep, I would take that in a second. I used to think a dragon was chasing me through this bit as a kid. When it's actually a metaphor for fire safety. Like, have you seen a single smoke alarm in this whole castle? I don't think so. The real crime is there. Wait, hold on, you've got the dreaded blank screen? Wait, what dreaded blank screen? Is the stream not working? Can you not see what I'm doing? Can you hear me? Is there anyone out there? Okay, it's fine now. Cool. Got disconnected just for a second, I guess? Don't know if it was on my end or yours. I have 0.3% dropped frames. It might be on my end. So guess what, Miki? I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna wake up to a face full of pillow tonight. My mum's gonna show up and smother me in my sleep. My visit was brief and ended in mayhem. So every night my mum talks to my niece on Skype. And reads her a story from this big book of stories about the adventures of Mrs. Boot, who lives on Apple Tree Farm and hangs around with Ted, who works the tractor. So I say hi to my niece on the Skype and I wind her up a little bit. I'm like, what sort of story are you gonna get, Shasha? Are you gonna read a story about Mrs. Shoes or Mrs. Socks? And as I'm leaving, I hear my mum trying to read her the Mrs. Boot story, and Shasha's yelling, "No! I want story about Mrs. Socks!" And she would not have the proper story for the night. So, in the end, my mum had to read the same story with all the names changed. This is Banana Bunch Farm. This is Mrs. Socks, the farmer. And this is Fred, who works the tractor. These are her children, Betty and Bob. Like, whatever. I think my names are better anyway. Would you rather hang around on Apple Tree Farm or Banana Bunch Farm? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like apples, but Banana Bunch Farm? Sounds awesome. I bet it's parties every night on Banana Bunch Farm. Apple Tree Farm is full of nerds. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get murdered, but you know, it was worth it. I accept my fate. Nay, I welcome it. Oh. I got killed by the bat. I thought he only had one rule. Do 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 do. Ooh. And we can't rule it out completely. I do love the way that little kids latch on to things. Every time I say something silly to my niece, that's a new obsession. You'd think I'd have learned by now, to be honest. I got killed by the... Okay. No, right? That's the real reason I'm gonna get murdered. Not because I convinced my niece that she wanted a story about Mrs. Soggs, but because I left the room just laughing maniacally. Yeah, every little thing with my niece. One time she was lying down and refusing to get up, so I said, "Oh, Shasha's broken, throw her in the bin." We picked her up and carried her over to the bin and pretended to chuck her in. And for the next 3 weeks, every time I saw her, the first thing she'd do is flop to the floor and say, "I'm broken, put me in bin." Every little thing. I didn't say a word around her, in case she turns it into some hilarious meme or wonderful game. Kids are a nightmare, let me tell you. All that fun, I think I'm allergic. You over here? So long, sucker. You can't get me in my secret invisible fort behind the waterfall. I always feel like I need to destroy these for the points so I can get extra lives out of them, but they don't really give a lot. I don't know if they're worth the time, really. Why is he having fun? Good question, Miki. Why was he having fun? Explain it to me. No fun allowed. Fun is for nerds. Alright, here we go. Warm-up complete. This is the first real level. One, 2, 3. He's jumping on a trampoline. He's having fun because he's jumping on a trampoline. That's what you do when you jump on a trampoline, you have fun. 8? What was count? 9. 10, I think? If I die here, it's your fault, Miki. 25? 26? 2003? Okay, I think we're good. Jumping on a trampoline? Why is he having fun? He's at school, he should be doing work. My niece is a little too young to get games, but she still likes to play Sonic Hedgehog game. I didn't die. You win this round, Miki. Your doctor skills paid off once again in making sure that I didn't die. What do you say about your driving? It's fine. Nobody died. You hardly spent any time in hospital at all as a result of my driving. Almost nobody was hurt. And most of the people who were hurt were people that you don't know. I don't understand the big deal. One of my favourite jokes from Sam and Max is when they're trying to get rid of a bomb out of their office. Sam's saying, "Max, where should I put this bomb so it doesn't hurt anybody we know or care about?" "Out the window, Sam. There's nobody but strangers out there." Oop, ghost train got me. He chucks it out the window and there's an explosion. Oops, hope nobody was on that bus. Make way, Miki coming through. Oh. This is why they made you a doctor. It's just an excuse to put flashing lights and sirens on your car. The mayor's talking to the police chief. Can't believe you made that Miki I can't believe you gave Miki an ambulance. She's got no medical qualifications. And yet, the death rate in the city has dropped a full 10% since we gave her a vehicle with flashing lights and a siren everywhere she goes. See, my friends make fun of me for driving like an old lady. That's how I know that I'm doing it right. When you're as clumsy as I am, you gotta drive safe. It's the only way you're making it down the street in one piece. There we go. Well, he died once from the train boss, not bad. Did die like 3 times to the basic bat on the waterfall though, so that maybe cancels out my success. It's kind of a weird flavor. I had fruit juice in my mug earlier, and now I've got tea in it. But I didn't rinse it out between, so now I've got fruit juice flavored fruit tea. Sweet and bitter at the same time. And I don't really comprehend it. Hey, Burzum. Yeah, the grind continues. I almost took a break tonight because this game is starting to drive me mad, but... oh man. If I take a break and my skills decay, I'm just gonna have to play this game even longer. Not the most aware because you hate driving. To be honest, I pretty much only drive to work and back. Used to drive to my friend's house every weekend to play D&D, but we all do that online now, so... heck, I'm not even... my medical stuff, I'm not even working at the moment. When was the last time I was in a car? Like 3 months ago? I've not left my room in 3 months. When's our race? Whenever you're free. I thought you were I was gonna ask tonight, actually, but I thought you were working. Also, I don't know how long the game's gonna take. I feel like we could probably do it in a 4-hour slot, but I'm not sure. You're on your way home. Oh, okay. Like, it's a really long game for a Mega Drive game, but it's not like Dark Souls long. We did Dark Souls in like 9 hours, so yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out a day when you're free. Like, I was saying how I'd like to make the first Tuesday of every week race night, but obviously you've got weird shifts, so it's not gonna work. Maybe it's just gonna be one Tuesday a month we do a race. Maybe that's how it'll have to be. Yeah, I was figuring if we're doing a long game, we'll start in the afternoon stream and see how long it takes us to. If we're doing a short game, we'll just do it'll take the place of the casual night. But I honestly don't know how long it's going to take us to do Story of Thor. Never raced that one. It's not like super long. Each dungeon's like 20 minutes, but it is an RPG-ish game. You know what, I've got no sense of time. Buzz, how long would you guess it would take us to do that game? Like, I'd guess like 4 hours-ish. But I'm really bad at guessing. You're not great at it? Yeah, I feel bad for challenging you now, because I thought you'd played it a lot more than you had. But I don't feel that bad, because I love that game and I want an excuse to play it again. Okay. So we'll probably do it in an evening then, at some point. Next Tuesday evening? Beaten it twice. That's okay, I've only beaten it like 6 or 7 times. Hey, it's gonna be the reverse of the Dark Souls race, where I'd beaten it twice and you'd beaten it 6 or 7 times. I only lost that by just over double your time, right? You can do tomorrow or the day after? Actually, you know what? Tomorrow evening would be perfect, if you can do that. Are you free tomorrow evening? Because we finished The Messenger last Wednesday, and I've got a new game that I can't start before Wednesday next week. So I was going to find some one-off filler to do tomorrow evening. But a race would be... well, a race would be one-off filler. It'd be perfect. That'd fill that slot nicely. A great rotation. It was alright. I got, what, 4 or 5 hits on him? Might 2-round him with a really good second round. Also, hey Shark, how you doing? This music, yeah. This game has some real good music. Free for the next 2 days, okay. Absolutely then, yeah. 7 PM tomorrow evening. Story of Thor / Beyond Oasis, the race. Lumus versus Burzum, and also anybody else who wants in. You ever played Beyond Oasis, Shark? You like old Sega games, right? Played an hour of Resident Evil 5 and the AI is already upsetting you, that's... Yeah, I think we already had this conversation, didn't we? That game is pretty much designed to be 2-player only. Oh, we did 2-rotation him. Nice. It's the opposite of what I was saying I want from games. I want games where they're designed to be 1-player, but you can play them 2-player even if it's terrible, because that makes it fun. Instead, it's a game that can only be played 2-player. Or if you play it online, the game's like, the AI is just going to walk off a cliff over and over again, while saying, get your friend to buy a copy. More money for us. Apart from the AI, the game seems great, but the AI makes it so clunky. Eesh. And there's no way to play it without the AI, right? Other than bullying somebody else into playing it, which is a pain in itself. Only gotten you killed 3 times in just an hour. Well, hey then, what are you complaining about? She's hardly worse than the enemy. I'll do the floop jump real quick. There we go. we go. Oh. Don't fall on me. Okay. I'm really bad at fighting this guy. I take way longer than I should. I don't have the knack of timing to actually hit him with the falling bombs. Are there any games where we're of approximately equal skill version? I think of a lot of games that we've both played and enjoyed, but I feel like all the games that you've really gone crazy at, I've only played once or twice. And all the games I've gone crazy at, you've only played once or twice. Our tastes are too different. All the matches are going to be unbalanced. We need to do it like chess boxing. Like 2 games at once. We'll race through Dark Souls and then we'll race through Sonic the Hedgehog. And add the times together. Like, sure, you may be way better than me at Dark Souls, but I think I can make those 4.5 hours back in Sonic 1. That sounds plausible, right? Ooh, almost botched that. How good am I at Sonic 3? Decent. It's easily my worst of the main 3 Sonic games. But I'm decent at it. That's your best Sonic game, right? Just Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Sonic Mania, we each beat it once. Yeah, but you beat it solo, right? I beat it co-op. Have you only beaten Sonic Mania once? I thought you played it a whole bunch. Just Sonic 3. Yeah, just Sonic 3 would be a good co-op race. Probably take us about an hour. I'd be up for doing that at some point. Co-op race? What, a Sonic 3 co-op race? How would we... What, with each of us having somebody playing Tails? How would it work? I said it? I didn't say it. No, I beat Sonic Mania co-op. You were playing as Tails. You killed all the bosses for me. That wasn't a race suggestion. Lately, every time I play this level, I die to those angled missiles. I just cannot get into the right spot. I did say co-op race? Okay, I don't remember saying co-op race. I'm not sure what context I said co-op race in, but it was clearly nonsense. And I don't know why you're drawing attention to it. Why must you embarrass me and my brain problems? Sonic 3 would make a good competitive race. A race in which we race against each other instead of racing for each other. Probably lasts us a bit over an hour, maybe. Should be super fun. We could even race Sonic and Knuckles another night after that. The Messenger, first final boss of first half. That could be real fun. If you only played through the Messenger once, we'd be on exactly even skill for that then. Oh no. Burzum's gonna snoop what games I've been playing. "25,000 hours in Barbie's Magical Unicorn Adventure." It's my niece, I swear. No, you don't understand. I also have 25,000 hours in Barbie's Magical Unicorn Adventure. We should race it. Correct, just once. Okay. And you've, like, beaten the full thing? Yeah, okay, yeah. Messenger sounds perfect. Make a list. Tomorrow's Story of Thor. And then some point after that, Sonic 3, The Messenger, and more. We should just wrestle. I'm sure we can dig up a wrestling game. Once upon a time, you would have crushed me at wrestling, but I think we're both equally out of shape now. Nah, you'd probably still be able to take me. We're both equally out of shape, but your natural build is muscular, whereas my natural build is cardio. Like, even if neither of us exercised for 6 years, you could still beat me in a wrestling match, and I could still beat you after a run. That's just how it's gonna be, I think. Barbie's Magical Unicorn Adventure is a thing? I don't know if is Barbie's Magical Unicorn Adventure a thing? I wouldn't know. If it is a thing, there's a good chance I'll stream it at some point. I don't know. Unicorns. It's the unicorns that would sucker me in. Like, Barbie's about 9 feet tall, and that's a little baffling. But unicorns? I can put up with a game about those knights from Dark Souls 2 if I get to ride a unicorn. Is there actually any games where you can ride a unicorn? I'm now trying to think if I've ever done that in a game. It's gotta have happened at least once, right? % of 8 out of 10, 90%. Well, that puts me in the clear fitness lead currently. But yeah, my fitness has always been more towards cardio. I like running. I've been running away from problems my whole life, and it's just become natural to me. I can't do this all of a sudden. This is not a difficult area. I mean, it's an area that I used to hate as a kid. As a kid, I felt like every game had to have one of these crushing areas, and it was always the worst part of the game. The water levels are bad? No, it's a building falling down on you. That's horrible. But, if you know what you're doing here, it's really easy. Except I should know what I'm doing, and I'm not doing it. You did used to be in really good shape. There's a unicorn dungeon, not Barbie related. I don't know how I feel about a unicorn dungeon. That is an upsetting mix of interests there. Is Unicorn Dungeon a, is it a Mega Drive game? I don't know why I wrote that, because I need to jump off to grab that. Ah! Come back! Come back! Oh. I think there was another one. Yeah, okay. So we've got some good ideas for just casual one-evening races lined up. I think the Dark Souls race that took all day will have to be a special occasions thing, but the regular races we could do a lot. It's on Steam. I might have a quick peek. On the break. I can hold out until then. I was saying, hey Burzum, I was saying to Phoenix what we should do. Me, you, and him do a Dragon's Dogma race, where we all summon each other's pawns. So we're like sharing pawns for the whole thing. I think that would be super fun. But he said, I've never played or seen Dragon's Dogma. And I said I don't see how that's relevant. And we kind of got off on a tangent from there. Don't rush. But if I game over on this boss, I can go check out Unicorn Dungeon. Four, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, botched up. If I was doing a no-death run, this is where it would end every single time. Great plot, lots of anti-racing mechanics. Anti-racing? Yeah? You think so? I don't know. You can like just skip all of the optional missions, just run through the main story, but here's the thing, like, I did way too many side quests early on and was overpowered for most of the game. So I don't know how hard most of the missions are actually meant to be. But what sort of anti-racing mechanics? Is it just that we need to be at a high enough level? You'd have to get from A to B pretty fast. There's gonna be lots of travel time in there. Good placement of the teleport stones would be essential. Oh! Oh, man! Ah! I got him there! I actually killed him there, and I still died! That double kill That should have gone to tiebreaker. We should have had to duke it out sword to sword. Yeah, you don't think it'd be a lot of fun? Fair enough. I'm not crazy about racing it, to be honest. I just thought the idea of us all playing through it and using each other's pawns all at the same time would be fun. Like, gosh darn it, now I've got to make my pawn a mage because Burzums is suddenly wielding a two-handed sword. But also, they'd level up with us instead of us having to change pawns all the time, so we'd have the same 3 pawns all the way through the game. And that would be kinda cool. We get to watch their outfits change and stuff. I don't know. The pawns are the most fun part of Dragon's Dogma. And I just want to do weird stuff with pawns. It was a little fail, Miki. Just a little. Did you miss all the stuff I was saying? Oh well. Welcome home, Burzum. I mean, it depends how good you get at winning fights when you're a low level, right? I don't know. I'd love to race like a Final Fantasy game or something as well, but... like, in most Final Fantasy games, the problem is that even a really, really good time, like a pro level time, is still going to be like 8 hours. So, us racing? That's going to be a 12-hour stream minimum. I'd feel pretty smug if I could finish a Final Fantasy game in 12 hours. That'd probably require a lot of research and practice to get down to 12 hours. I'd love to do it though, because I love all my Final Fantasy games. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I want to play every game. All the games, forever. Oh, just flew straight into that. Only restriction is time. There's never enough time. That's why I need a pill that cures sleep. Miki, get on this. Miki, I need you to invent coffee, okay? This pill is 103% caffeine. If you take it, you will never sleep again. Other things you probably won't be doing again is breathing, eating, leaving the hospital. I'm not even getting to the hard part of this level. A pill that cures sleep. All I need is a pill that cures sleep. All I want is to never have to sleep again. Look, if I never had to sleep again, it'd free up so much time for activities. Think how many streams I could do. This is... Oh, no. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting through that one bit. That's the first actual hurdle of this level, and I can't do it. I'm just not getting started tonight. The first difficult part of this whole game, and I can't do it. I'm not even getting to the meteor section. And trust me, the difficulty is way meatier there. Become a vampire? Do you think I wouldn't if I could? Being a vampire would be awesome. I don't need to go out in the sun. I don't even go out in the sun now, you know? I don't think I'd miss it that much if I became a vampire. Heck, depending on the kind of vampire, do I even need to worry about the sun? Dracula is like vampire canon, right? He didn't give a single dang about the sun. He went out in the sun all the time. A couple of his cool powers he couldn't use while the sun was out. But it didn't, like, incinerate him. What other downsides are there to being a vampire? I can't think of any. Drink blood? Meh. People will pay me to drink their blood if I was a vampire. That's what people are like. I'd feel really uncomfortable with that, to be honest. I'd probably, just set up an arrangement with a blood bank. But it would be nice to know the option was there. I mean, I'd become a soulless monster, incapable of any sort of feeling but a terrible hunger for the destruction of mankind. I mean, what's new there? There'd be no sparkling if I was a vampire. Other things I wouldn't do if I was a vampire. Be like 500 years old, but hang around at a school with 16-year-olds. Or however old they are in Twilight. They're all kids in Twilight, right? Apart from the vampire who's hundreds of years old and is inexplicably hanging out at school. Why is he at a school? Somebody explain this to me. I mean, if you want to take it down the really grim route, sure, Miki, but to be honest, I think I'd get over that. I mean, honestly, living while they die would suck, but it's not like they're not gonna die if I die. Either I live and they die, or I die and they die. I'm prepared to take that one for the team, you know? Can we get past the stupid nanny bot? Thank you. Okay, that wasn't bad. That took us like, what, 5 tries to get past the nanny bot? This is about where we're... This is about our best run so in a while, to be honest. This is about where we should be trying to get to. Beat up this jerk if I can. Please get him. Didn't get far back enough with him. You need to move with him to avoid the laser, but I was too slow. I mistimed it. Biggest problem with this level: no checkpoints. There should be a checkpoint where the nanny bot is. That would be the perfect spot. So you get new enemies after that point, Axel Gear shows up, that'd be the best bit. Instead I've got to go all the way back here and deal with the meteors and everything. That's just not meteorite. I didn't deserve to get through those bullets, but I did it. I did it anyway. Like I said, this whole conversation is very silly because vampires do sleep, right? They normally sleep all day. How is that an improvement? How is that any different from what I'm doing now? Dracula carries around that coffin for him to take a nap in. He can go out in the day. He goes out at the day, at the night, but he still sleeps for like 8 hours. He still gets a good 8 hours sleep. Freaking Dracula, living better than I am. There's no escape from the terror of sleep, even in undeath. Slay the Spire race. That's an interesting one. We kind of raced the daily challenge that one time, didn't we? It wasn't a strict race. I don't think we started at the same time or anything, but we were both doing it, and we ended up trying to be the first one to finish. Hold on, guys, stop shooting at me. I'm reading chat. I don't have the achievement for finishing Slay the Spire in under 20 minutes yet. A race could motivate me to do it. Although if you've already got that achievement, it might be a little unfair. But yeah, we could try racing Slay the Spire at some point. We could make a whole day of it, to be honest. Race it with each character, race the daily challenge. Ori and the Blind Forest. I've played through that once. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it. But we could race it sometime if you're into that. It is going to be a bit long. Especially given that I have no idea where to go at any point in that game. It's not many. I've not even played Renowned Explorers. Do I own Renowned Explorers? I intended to buy it at one point, because Mr. Skeletal asked me to stream it. It's on my to-stream list. I didn't realize I'd actually gotten around to buying it. And then emulator games. Mario games? We can blind race Mario. We could race like the first Mario or something. I have played 2 Mario games. Mario 1 and Mario 2. Or should I say Super Mario 1 and Super Mario 2. Actually, I think I've played Mario Bros. Like, not Super Mario Bros, the original Mario Bros. Where you're in the sewers and just an endless stream of enemies comes out of pipes at you and you just survive as long as you can. So I guess I've played 3 Mario games? One of them doesn't have an ending. So I don't know if that would really be raceable. I need to stop looking at chat while people are shooting at me. Darkest Dungeon race? Think we can knock that out in an afternoon? Working the anti-sleep pill. I desperately need it, Miki. As soon as you can. Okay, this should be the last one, and then he'll do the lasers. Yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh, I flew right into it. I knew I'd done it too. I knew I was gonna kill myself there before I killed myself there. I thought I was doing really well on this one. I'm just throwing it away at this point. Yeah, there's a lot of emulated games, I guess. I feel like most of the emulated games I've probably played a lot more than you. Just because I'm kind of a retro guy. Ooh. Oh, what was that? Sure was a way to throw away my last life. Biohazard battle, easiest difficulty, who can finish it fastest? That's the thing we could do. Hey Lady Meow, how are you doing? You having a good evening? Okay, good to hear. I don't know, what are some emulator games that you've played? Streets of Rage Race? I don't know. You okay? Alright, good to hear you're alright. It did come up, Lady Meow, but to be honest, it's a bit long is all. Making people go a bit crazy. I'll accept complete insanity in exchange for not having to sleep. I'll make that sacrifice. Skyrim? I've never played it before, beyond like the tutorial. But I reckon I could take you. I mean, I don't know what the win condition is, or how the game ends. And obviously you wouldn't be able to tell me, because that would be spoilers. I feel like I had a game in the back of my mind, but now I can't think what it is. It's gone. Win condition, dragons. You win when you become a dragon. Okay, I could work with that. Alright, we need to change game, guys. If you've got any requests, shout them out. Otherwise, I'll be back in just a moment and I'll pick one from the list. So yeah, be right back, everybody.